The man was on the phone when he suddenly saw in the rearview mirror a car speeding toward them. Jack quickly climbed out of the car window to confirm, and what he saw was a terrifying scene. Armed militants were driving their vehicle quickly toward them. Jack immediately hung up the phone and kept honking the horn to urge Tom to get in the car. However, Tom didn't know what was happening. After seeing Jack urging repeatedly, he turned his head to the other side and then shouted at Alan, who was refueling at the back. Then he quickly jumped into the car. At first Alan was also very confused, but when he turned his head and looked, he immediately threw away a fuel can and ran toward them. Fortunately, the car had just started moving and was not very fast. After trying hard, Alan finally grabbed onto the trunk, but at this moment the car's fuel tank was already almost empty. In order not to be caught by the militants, Alan risked being shot, quickly opened the fuel cap, and poured in the last can of diesel. At the same time, the militants also began to accelerate and continuously fired at them. Seeing the militants getting closer and closer, what no one expected was that the militants suddenly stopped their car, just as they didn't know what was happening. A U.S. military helicopter flew right over their heads. Following right behind were 4 American armored vehicles. In this way, the 3 of them successfully escaped from Iraq's Triangle of Death. After that, under the escort of the U.S. military, they arrived in Baghdad and handed over the 5,000 Beretta pistols of this deal to the U.S. military. The American colonel felt it was unbelievable that someone would actually dare to personally escort a shipment for 800 kilometers across Iraq's Triangle of Death. So he ordered the soldiers to settle their payment in full at once. However, when they entered the U.S. military warehouse, the scene before them made them very shocked. Countless stacks of U.S. dollars were neatly piled up inside the warehouse. This deal alone earned the 2 of them as much as $3 million. After that, they boarded a transport plane and returned to the United States. After this order, they founded their own company. One day, Jack unexpectedly discovered a huge order. After the 2 of them carefully read the procurement information from the Department of Defense, they found that the total value was as high as $1 billion. But because of the huge quantity of the order, not only was after-sales impossible to complete, but there were also more than 100 kinds of required permits. For the 2 of them who had just started, completing such an order was obviously impossible, so they decided to give up this project. But that night, after Jack went to the casino, he unexpectedly met a man who would change his destiny.